Hello, my name is Missy Lee, and this is my ITSE reflection. The first thing I wanted to identify is who my learners are and what role I have at Georgia Cyber Academy. My role at Georgia Cyber is the Instructional Technology Manager. I lead a group of people who do all of the implementation, the integration, the training, the support of all 95 programs that we have at Georgia Cyber Academy. My students, because I'm not in a traditional role, range from teachers, staff, all the way to students. The culture of professional learning at Georgia Cyber is very robust. We offer PD tracks for our choice boards for our teachers at the beginning of the year, and they follow that track during the year. The next thing we do is we allow our teachers and encourage our teachers to attend state and national educational conferences. And then finally, we have an integrated professional learning time within our staff meetings that we have on Monday. ITSE at GCA, we encourage ITSE standards at Georgia Cyber because we are a fully online school. We are very familiar with these standards. They are the framework that our curriculum and instruction team uses. The other thing is that our leaders are very versed in ITSE standards, and they set those expectations, not only for my team, the technology team, but also our educators. And then, of course, my team led an entire professional learning track for our teachers and have for the last 2 years on the ITSE standards. The PLs and ITSE that we are a part of, or that I am a part of. I have attended workshops and webinars. I've taken several online courses. Obviously, I'm getting my master's degree in instructional technology. And so most of my courses are focused on these ITSE standards. I also participate in PLCs. I am part of a choice board learning track as well. And I attend many conferences, including the ITSE conference. Before I was aware of ITSE, or maybe I was aware of it, but wasn't as familiar, obviously, as I am now. I didn't use the ITSE standards. And if I did, it was in a random way, not in a succinct way where I was able to control the environment that I was in as I educated other educators or even brought it into classrooms. I didn't align a lot of my instructional strategies specifically on those standards, and I rarely used them to guide any kind of training or support that I was providing for our teachers or even students. I didn't use the ITSE standards to guide my professional development either. So my professional development was centered around the things that I like to know, not necessarily the things that I needed to know. And so being familiar with the ITSE standards has really helped me with that. And in light of that, my practices have definitely changed. I am incorporating the ITSE standards all the time, not only with my team, but also at Georgia Cyber with our educators, and encouraging our educators to design it in the classroom. I promote digital citizenship at Georgia Cyber. I'm also part of a team that is all about security and educating our staff and our students around this idea of digital citizenship. We have a course in Canvas that we encourage our staff to take as well. 2 artifacts that I'm super proud of, and I really enjoyed bringing them to the forefront for you today is my design journal that I did. I think it was my second semester at Kennesaw State. This design journal is full of all the activities that our professor encouraged us to do, and so I'm super proud of it. Another one is my digital citizenship mini lessons that I created for an elementary teacher. She and I worked together to create these lessons for her students. And I was super challenged to be creative, and I feel like I met that challenge. I love this artifact. So an ITSE deep dive. What is one area? I would say that the area that I want to deepen in as it relates to the ITSE standards is this idea of global collaborator. We're constantly talking about collaboration, but not on a global level. And one thing that I really appreciate about being exposed to the ITSE standards and even being able to go to national conferences is that my exposure to other people around the United States, around the world, are there for me to collaborate with. So that's one thing that I really want to challenge myself as I move forward, is learning more about this global collaboration and encouraging our educators to be on that same page.